Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and these are my first or second set of pickups for April. Second set of pickups for April, part 2 already. All Spectrum games, so we'll start here. Footage at the top here, so it should appear anytime now. So we've got Dynatron Mission. This actually fully loaded, yeah. It's kind of a the fire is a run. It's kind of an infiltration thing. It's not the best, if I'm honest. So anyway, so that's Dynatron Mission, which should be up there. Okay. Ooh, yeah, first of the ones that failed, Rogue. However, I'd like to point out this is a double tape. It actually has the Amstrad on here, and considering I actually have an Amstrad now, in fact I've got a few, I'm going to give it a try on there and see whether it loads on there. But yeah, he's searching for an amulet in a dungeon somewhere. So yeah, so that's Rogue. If we start with those, so okay. Jonah Bartington? No idea. I'm not the squash fan, to be honest with you. But it's squash. Actually, it's not a bad game, to be honest with you. Quite quick and easy to get into. So no, it's not too bad at all. As I say, I'm not a big squash fan. But something on the interested there. Wellard T-shirt. Yeah, so not a big squash fan, but as I say, it's not a bad game at all. Quite like that one. So yeah, I might come back to that and play it at some point. Hopefully footage is still playing. Well, disappear. It's going to pop up here. Starfast. Yeah, I tried this one. I need to give it another try. If you notice, there'll either be failed footage or no footage at all for it, to be honest with you. And it's one of these new old stock ones as well. Look, little chads going on here. Look, little bits of paper from the whole thing. So yeah, new old stick. I don't know why I put that back in there, because it's just going to fall out. But anyway, yeah, Starfast, beautiful cover. Shame about the fact that it didn't actually load. I think though, oh god, throwing it around. Basically, you've got to destroy. You destroy fighting craft on Earth, and then obliterate every single last Earthling. So I think you're the bad guy. Well, not the bad guy, or whatever else it is. To protect the universe, you must kill Earthlings. I think that was kind of a cool sort of tagline, really. Anyway. On cue. This is actually a multi-pack, would you believe? Again, it's got the Amstrad version as well. I didn't realise that until I actually started playing it, and realised that actually it's got snooker and it's got pool on there. It's obviously by the same people who made Angle Ball. Same sort of mechanic. Basically, you first you aim at what you want to hit, then you choose how much spin you want to put on the ball, and then from there you go to sort of how much power you want. It's not bad actually. I'm not a big snooker fan, nor am I. I don't mind playing pool, but I'm not a big fan of the watching it type thing. But actually, it's not a bad game, that one. So On Cue is a multi-pack. Realistically, it's pool and snooker. Right. Okay. American Turbo King. This is interesting. I don't know if you can see the packaging in the back there. But this is a light gun game. And I hadn't realised that, because actually it says at the bottom here, light gun game. The Magnum Light Phaser. Also keyboard and mouse, keyboard and joystick compatible. But I didn't realise that, because one side's light gun and the other side's the actual keyboard and mouse. So the footage is probably going to be flashing up here, but it's not going to be very exciting, I'm afraid. So I'm going to try that one again at some point. So, not entirely sure what it's about, to be fair, because it says we're talking about hitting cars and shooting left and right, so I don't know what that's about, so we'll find out actually when I try it again. 3D pinball. Failed to load. Oh, what of a shame, really. It looks actually quite good, to be fair, from the pictures on the back. It was very disappointing that it didn't load. Well, yeah, so 3D pinball, another one that's new old stock as well. Quite a lot of them are actually that I've got recently. The Ultimate Combat Mission. It's a bit of a shoot 'em up. Shame the box is damaged. But the case is damaged. Yeah, you kind of walk along. It's a scroll along, walk along. Hopefully, she'll be flying along at the top of there. Shoot 'em up. It's got some great names for the androids. I think there was Warmonger and Mandroid. Warmonger and Mandroid. Yeah, great names. Okay. Now this one, I wasn't too sure what this is going to be about, but actually it turned out to be a 3D vector sort of footballing one-on-one game. And interestingly enough, we've actually got the Amstrad version. And look, it's a misprint. Because the Amstrad's usually orange and the Spectrum's usually yellow. You see that? There's a misprint on that. I hadn't even noticed that earlier, but it's genuinely, that's definitely a misprint. Oh well, that's an interesting one. Never expected that. Anyway, yes, but Vector Ball, actually quite good. I'm going to return this one. Probably going to do a video on it, in fact, because I quite enjoyed that. I think it was quite clever because you've got these sort of vector. Well, you'll see in the top corner, but you've got this kind of vector sort of ground that you've got to move across and play sort of soccer on it, effectively. But the creatures, the robots, spin with the ball and then they release it. Right. Okay. Next. Oh, broken the case. Brilliant start. Yeah, this is another one. Unfortunately, never loaded. So we didn't get a. I didn't get a chance to do any footage for this one. So yeah, no, this is a bit of a flop in that sense. So yeah, this was Pulse Warrior. Didn't actually load, I'm afraid. And it looked so good. It looked really, really good. Defend a space platform by directing pulses to wipe out alien attackers. Cool. I'll try it again though. Definitely try it again. Milk Run. Now I remember this one. This is based on a 1987 Milk Run, which is basically 1,000 miles across the country, basically starting in Newcastle, ending up in London. It's quite clever. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't do very well on my sort of go with it, but I think, to be fair, I was quite impressed by that. It looks quite good, and it looks like quite a good game. So that's a game that I'm definitely returning to probably to do a video on as well, because I quite liked the look of it. It was quite good fun. Okay. Raw Recruit. This is some kind of shooter, but I think it's actually don't think it's just a shooter. It's grueling tests of courage and other things. So you're basically training as a recruit. It wasn't actually that bad at all, I have to admit. I quite liked it. I quite liked playing it. But the only part I got past is the shooting part. Anyway, right. Okay. Ooh, Super Stock Car. This is an odd one, really. I'm definitely going to do a video on it. Another one that's going to do a video on. It's meant to have a course designer in it, but from what I saw, I couldn't work out where it was unless it's actually on the back of the tape. Loading instruction sheet. Basically, though, it's Super Stock Car. It actually says, I think it says Supercar Stock Racing, to be fair, when you load it. Can't remember the exact wordings, but basically you race around in Ferraris and Lamborghinis and Porsches and Lotuses just for fun. Why not? That's the beauty of computer games. A bit of imagination involved in it. So anyway, Silkworm, love this. This is shoot 'em up. Basically, you can either be the helicopter or you can be the jeep, and you basically fly through the levels, shooting up things as you go. This is without a doubt going to get a full review, because I absolutely love Silkworm. I think it's a really cracking game, and it's definitely worth playing. A lot of fun. Mastertronic Plus. It's been re-released as, because it will have been a full arcade game originally, because it definitely was. So. But yes, Silkworm, one of my sort of hits of this whole selection of games. As I say, they're all bulked up. It wasn't a particularly expensive buy either. It was like £15 for all the games that are here, so not bad at all. Right, Rockford. This is the arcade game of Boulder Dash. So it's the Boulder Dash. It's the game where you collect usually gems and drop sort of stones on things. It's also got Rockman on the other side, so it's actually really quite a good game. So yeah, I'm mightily impressed by. Well, it used to be quite a good game anyway, but definitely going to do a video on that one. Okay, last two. So we got Roll Around, which is basically a puzzle game with a ball where you basically put the got to roll over things to highlight them, to change the colour of them, and it's a puzzle game at the same time. Actually, very good indeed. So that's Roll Around. And last but not least, Action Force, or as I know it, G.I. Joe, because it's got Cobra in there. Not Cobra, oh, what's his name? Snake Eyes, and it's all about taking on Cobra. I'm going to do a video on it. Tough game though, super tough. It seems to be all to do with Snake Eyes actually on these levels. Looks like he's the guy in control. So anyway, but yes, Action Force. Right, so yeah, so those are my first sort of pickups of April. So not a bad little selection of games, to be honest with you. So all quite nice. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye bye now.